Happy Father's Day to all our viewers and listeners. I want to welcome you to Karaoke Moments and on this very special day of fathers. So I wish all the fathers out there a very good day and happy Father's Day. And when I look at the fathers, I've been thinking about what a father is and to make it special, just to look at who is a father. Is a father really important? Is a father really important in our lives? Please make a comment and let's share this thought of mine. Because when I thought about it, a father is a seed bearer. A father is the one who carries life. A father is the one who is required for an offspring to happen, for a life to happen. A father is a seed carrier, is a very important part of a living being, a child to be born. So is a seed bearer, which means he becomes an very natural seed natural because he is going to carry that seed, walk with it until it is ready to be able to become another being. Definitely through the help of a woman who also carries a seed. But today it's not Women's Day. Hey, women, women, we can only celebrate our fathers. So yeah, a father is a seed bearer, and who is then a father? A father being a seed bearer, I thought also of him being a provider. A father is a provider because he provides for guidance. He propels the family on the way it should go, propels the society as well in the ways where it should be. And this reminded me even when we look at the more expected ways whereby the father is the one who is providing in terms of cash, in terms of guidance. They go to work and they don't even have to be employed. A natural way of a father is to think of what next, provide food, yes, provide shelter, provide clothes, but also steer the family. Think on how, what next. You will find that a father provides even more advanced guidance. They will be thinking, oh, this child is in primary school now. How are they going to get into the other higher levels, into like high school, universities, or you even find they ideally more think of up to retirement. So they provide the guidance. It's not just the physical food and shelter and clothes, but they provide the guidance for the family. They steer the family, and it is because that is more of a God ordained. And then when you look at it, fathers are more prone to think of protection. They protect their families, they protect their wife, they protect their uh, children, and even before they're a father. Let's think of a boy. A boy most probably will be thinking on how to protect sisters and girls. They'll be thinking on how to protect the community, like basically in the communities of the larger, let me talk like in Africa, you'll find because of the growing up of more close knit families, maybe you'll find their cousins and sisters, maybe who are growing in the neighborhood, maybe they are on the same inherited land and they're sharing even the communal areas. You'll find they are more concerned of the security. They protect that family. They even, you'll be able to see them when there is any disaster or anything happens. The boys and men are usually the first ones to respond in terms of danger. Do we have maybe some who could be more laid back and scared? Yes, but you'll find because of the need, they will stir themselves up and be ready to protect. How about the name of the family? A good father wants to protect the good name of a family, will not want it to be ruined. They want to stand in an appropriate manner in the society, will be protecting the name of that family because when we say the family of John, the family of Peter, the family of Onyango, the family of Ikenma, the family of uh, put in any name, by the way, according to your country and where you're coming from, people will be looking more about the man. They'll be judging more about the ways of that man. And that is why you hear many times people will be saying, oh, they are like their grandfather. Generally, not like their grandmother. You'll hear people aligning themselves with their grandfather. They'll be saying, oh, their grandfather was a drunkard, no wonder they are drunkards. Or their grandfather was godly, was a priest, no wonder they are. So protects not just physically, but also protects the name, protects the way the family is seen, is carried forward. Like when a family is not able to provide, which we saw is one of his mandate and expectation as a good father, you'll find he will also not be protecting his name, because most probably people will be looking at it as a father who has failed. So a father, having been a seed bearer and being a provider, is also a protector. Another point that we can look at is him being the priest, him being the cheerleader, being the cheerleader who is steering on the matters of spirituality. A father will be wanting his children to follow a path that is godly, to follow a path that is more alienated to a superior being. And that is why you see when mostly a father is not having the strong spirituality, is not going to church, is not a worshiper of God, most probably, though the wife may try to stir up the children, but most probably the children will also not be going to. And when you look at him from that perspective, it is also, I want to first be honest that a father may even be a good priest and the children may not follow, but they'll still come along, as the Bible says, yeah, that train a child in the way they should go, and once they grow up they shall not depart from it. So if this father did not train them in a godly way, in the way they should go, it becomes a challenge for you to try and pick them up when they've grown. So a father becomes naturally a priest even before they go to their various places of worship. They can't be waiting for their day of worship, be it maybe, let me also talk about Muslims, be it like even on a Friday is not the day they will be going to the mosque, or people who worship on a Saturday, or people who worship on a Sunday. It will be very difficult if the whole time they were waiting for them to go and speak to their spiritual leader in church or in the mosque or wherever people worship. So the father is mandated to steer the family, to steer the children, steer the wife, and be able to be the spiritual leader of that family. And by that virtue, most probably, the family will be steered towards the values of the father. Another point we can think about is a father being a mentor or a role model. And by the way, this is a very strong point, because fathers, even in their silence, they speak loud. Fathers, even in their absentia, they speak loud. You'll find the children of that family will be feeling his leadership, his mentorship, who he is, even in his absentia. For example, even during the day when he goes to work, children, that is why you find even children sometimes play and try to imitate how their dad puts television certain programs on, or how he crosses his legs, or how he imitates, or the football club that he fancies. You'll find the children trying to imitate that. That is because as a mentor, you're supposed to have the value the children are supposed to have. And you see, you're not only a mentor actually in your biological family or the family you are nurturing, in your neighborhood. As a man is seen to carry themselves in an appropriate way, even other people in the neighborhood, they'll be able to realize the uh, leadership in him, the manhood in him, the fatherhood in him. Even in the offices, you'll find a man who is alluring, a man who is admired, and you can see the leadership, their presence in that place. For example, you have a leader, even you see it narrowing down and say, I don't even know how he carries his family, or what kind of a husband he is, or what kind of a father he is, because the way you walk, you are judged as a man, as a mentor to many people, and you become a role model naturally. And that is why you find when a father is struggling so much at times to bring up their children and the family, they need to ask themselves, what am I doing right, or what am I not doing right? You find as a father, you're the one who sends the children to go and buy you, for example, alcohol, or buy you cigarettes. And then with time, when your children start to drink and starts to smoke, you'll be saying, oh, you're too young, why are you doing that? But you remember you mentored them, you became who you are through them. They're showing you that this is what you do. And even how you treat their mother, if you're not a man good enough to their mother, most probably these boys that you're nurturing in your house, they'll maybe not be as good also to the girls of their time and to their women of their time, which means their girlfriends or their wives, because they've never seen their dad being caring. They've never seen their dad being, the words that they say maybe is meaning, demeaning words that bring down their mother, that they will not be able to have a very good mentor or role model. Are you shouting? Are you disrespectful? Do you pull down their mother? Are you cheating on their mother? Are they seeing you as a man who has more than one wife, unofficial? They know you're still sleeping around and dating other people and not respecting, or even just pulling her in the presence of other people. Because a man protects and nurtures and provides the leadership. They should also be able to protect and know that even in their silence, their leadership must be felt. That's what you find in a family with a man who is a mentor and a role model. Even the mother can be able to discipline their children in absentia and can be able to say, what you're doing is not right. If daddy comes, I'm going to report to that. And you'll find children being able to fear that authority that they know from their father. They say, no, mommy, we are sorry, or organizers, oh no, let's do this. But there are even small things like you'll see the mentorship and leadership. Children saying, oh, it's in the evening, we need to close gate. You remember dad is always closing gate in the evening, for example. So for me, I'm looking at a father today as a man who is very godly placed in that place where he remembers that he is the provider, he is the priest of that family, he is the protector, he is the mentor. A father is a mentor and a role model of the family, and above all, is a seed bearer. We need men. Are men important in the society, or they can be replaced? Men in this place, we are looking at fathers. You can't be a father because you have a biological family, biological children. But you know what? You can also be a father because of the father figure. You can be an uncle who is, other people are seeing you as a father. Maybe their father died, they are mentored by you and you become the father in their life. You can even be single and never married, but you're bringing up other people, other children, other boys, for example. You're able to guide them. You're able maybe even to sponsor them to go to school, to correct them, to in terms of initiations, because there are many initiations, especially in African culture, right? Isn't it? I want Africans especially to answer this. Even other people, other cultures, because there could be maybe Asians who also have fathers who are required in certain moments. But from a background, what I'm thinking is in terms of in adulthood, they are expected maybe some some cultures, it is circumcision. Also, there'll be areas of towards wedding. There'll be being mentored on how to be a good husband, a good father. In all those areas, you have matured and you're not even having your own children, but you're able to offer guidance. You're able to offer protection and mentorship. You become a father figure to someone, a role model. So, hey, this day, I just wanted to appreciate you all that out there. Feel appreciated. We love you. You are important pillar in the society. Man up, style up, continue progressing. And above all, when you know you don't have much to say, pray. Pray and seek God for wisdom, and wisdom will be given unto you abundantly. Here at Karaoke, we discuss life conversations, and we are requesting that we can become a bigger family by following us up and become one of our subscribers. Share our videos as we continue to grow together. Thank you very much and happy Father's Day to you all. Bye.